Major Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco wedding drama. We got to talk about this, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for your love, your support, and your kindness. Also, thank you so much just for allowing me to escape reality with you, because I always tell you guys, like, let's just, like, for 8-10 minutes just like escape our real world. We are doing this. I am definitely doing this. I want to thank you all so much for all your love and your support. It means the world to me like you don't understand. All right, best friends. So we got to talk about Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, because apparently their wedding planning has not been very smooth. And supposedly Selena Gomez has been a bridezilla. Let's talk about this. So first, this engagement, right, has caused quite the stir. I mean, it is still causing stirs. You would think that we were in a freaking cooking competition of how much stirring there has been, okay? I will say this. This whole narrative of Benny Blanco not being the right guy for Selena Gomez has been, I think, honestly, a very hurtful situation for Selena, because I can't imagine that you are trying to live an amazing life. You're trying to be with your soon-to-be husband that you are so excited to be with, and then people are constantly criticizing him, saying all these crazy things about him, and just being so negative and so disgusting towards him. And that makes me so sad. And it's all based off of his looks, which is even more crazy. So there's already been so much negativity, right? Well, apparently, because of all this negativity, there's also been kind of a lot of stress to make his picture perfect. And supposedly Selena Gomez has turned into a little bit of a bridezilla. So this new article reads that according to alleged insiders, Blanco has been happy to take a back seat in the planning process, telling Gomez he views it as her wedding first and their wedding second. While he's ecstatic to make her his wife and forever grateful she's saying yes, friends say his laid-back approach has caused some tension. It might seem like a nice gesture that Selena can do whatever she wants, but the insider explained that it has led to some conflict because she feels that he could step up and make some decisions. Complicating matters, both Gomez and Blanco have a tendency to procrastinate, though sources point out Blanco has earned a reputation among his friends for being a bit lazy. Sources say that the couple's 2-day event will be an intimate but star-studded affair. Gomez has reportedly invited close friends and family, including her Only Murders in the Building co-stars, and a bunch of celebrities, including Taylor Swift and so on. There has been a lot of also rumors saying that Selena Gomez has been quite the bridezilla, and that the reason that Benny Blanco has allegedly stepped back is because he cannot say anything, because it's going to be everything she wants. So let's talk about this. I have to say, I don't know if I necessarily believe this. Let's first talk about the stress of the public scrutiny. I really don't think that Selena Gomez cares about what people say about her. But I will say that I'm sure it does get a bit old. Like, it can get a little bit old to always hear the same damn thing. You know what I mean? And so I do think that at some point, they're gonna have to just really shut it down. And I don't think that you should let the outside noise get to you, Selena, because you are so incredibly blessed to have found someone who can make you laugh, who can make you feel beautiful, who's so grateful to be with you, and who is a legend in his own right. And I feel like sometimes the people, fans, outsiders, media, they really truly believe that they know these celebrities and that they know what's best for them. But at the end of the day, girl, you do not know these people, honey, okay? I have read some comments saying that, you know, a lot of people do feel like the women should be the ones who basically choose everything and that this is their day. You know, I've seen a lot of my girlfriends get married, you know, so I'm only talking about the very little experience that I have. And I have noticed that theme that they are really the ones who are mostly involved. But then I also know a couple couples who, you know, the husband is very excited. Of course, I'm speaking on straight, you know, relationships, but that, you know, the husband is very excited and he wants, you know, his thing. I think that the wedding, even though it is more of like a common thing that the girl, you know, is the one who dreams of her wedding, which is bullshit because I think everybody at some point dreams about their wedding, but maybe not in the same kind of manner, but you know, we all dream about our wedding, girl. You know, I dreamt about dolphins, you know, I dreamt about cupcakes filled with peanut butter and Nutella. I dreamt about, you know, Paul Rudd coming out of the birthday cake and picking me up and just taking me on a horse and having me escape my husband, but then making me go and live with him in his mansion. And then him showing me all of his Ant-Man costumes and coming out to seduce me as a little Ant-Man, telling me that I could be his raid. Paul Rudd. When I was young, I never needed anyone. Making love was just for fun. Those days are gone. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore. You know, one time I asked my husband to dress as Ant-Man and he said no. Anyways, girls, sorry, you know, I what is it called? Disassociated? Just thought about Paul Rudd. There's just something about Paul Rudd, honey. He can turn me turn the beat around. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do with me. Anyways, listen. So I don't know. I think, of course, it's like the narrative, right? That, you know, the girl is the one who always, but I think every couple is different. I think every relationship is different. But you know, one thing I will say, and I definitely do think about it, is that I do think that Benny Blanco is all about what Selena Gomez wants. You know, I think seriously that what the article said, he's just grateful to be there, girl, because he has said in many interviews that he cannot believe that she is going to be his wife. And so I do think that he's like, hey babe, just do whatever you want, babe. Like, bro, just you tell me where to go. Like, you know, I could already see that. But I could also see that Selena might be like, you know, girl, you got to help me out, you know. But I think that they make a good team. Because I've seen her in, you know, latest appearances, and I mean, she just looks so calm. So if you weren't really having a lot of support at home, I don't think you would be that calm, to be very honest with you. So I'm going to say this is bullshit, but I'm also going to say that I think this is going to be the most stunning wedding ever, and this is going to be so freaking iconic, and I cannot wait for Selena to get married to the love of her life. So what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below. I love you guys so much. Once again, thank you so much for allowing me to escape my reality right now. I really, really need you guys, and I love you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.